Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Got a little something different for you guys today. As you know, my name is Melissa and I run a design studio by day and a handmade product business by night. And today I thought I would go through a whole bunch of inventory restocks that we have and just kind of like show you everything. I just thought it'd be a fun kind of vloggy show and tell. So let's get started. Okay, first up, I've got a whole new batch of magnets in. Just so you know, guys, I've got like a huge pile of boxes down here, so we've got a lot of fun things to look at today. First up, I've got a huge restock of magnets, our art magnets, which are one of my favorite new products from this past fall. We've got 4 designs in total, and they're all based off of my original gel plate prints. The designs I've got here for you. So this first one is our golden hour design. This one is my absolute favorite, like of all time. I kept this original painting. I love it so much. I probably haven't told you guys too much about Phoenix Supply Co yet. That's my handmade business that I run by night. This one is Blue Skies Ahead. So all of my products for Phoenix Supply Co are desert inspired. Many of them do feature Arizona because that's where I live, but a lot of them just have like really beautiful desert scenes and things like that too. This one is Sherbet Saguaro. This is another one of my absolute favorites because I'm a sucker for anything with rainbow tones in it, and this is like pastel rainbow tones. Love it so much. All right, and then last of this little shipment, got Prickly Sunrise, which also has Arizona. Come on, little camera. Focus. There we go. I gotta put it in front of my face. So yeah, 4 new magnets. Well, not new. They're actually a restock. But 4 magnets restocked. Those have been selling good through the holidays, and I'm hoping these are going to be great sellers at tourist season. This is like the product I was probably one of the most excited about this past fall when I released them. So very excited about these guys. Okay, so we got a sticker, a small sticker restock. I actually restocked stickers like 2 weeks ago, and then as I was restocking them, I was like, oh, shoot, I'm out of a whole bunch of these that I didn't know I was out of. Let me show you those. All right, so these are some of our best-selling stickers. Again, Arizona themes. Hot in here, Arizona. People love this one because it is quite literally hot in here. This one is our Arizona Blooming Saguaro. Blooming Saguaro, this one's a popular one. That's Blooming Saguaro's cactus that we have here. This one, I'm actually wearing a sweatshirt with the same phrase on it. It says Desert Vibes and Good Times, which is like, this was a brand new design this past fall, and it was one of my favorites. Here is the sweatshirt. This one was actually, fun fact, done with the gel plate also. Like I cut a stencil with the gel plate on it, and I love it. All right, and then we've got Desert Queen, which this guy has been a bestseller for years. This is one of my first designs that I ever came up with, and to this day, it's one of the best-selling designs. I think people just love, it's just a really pretty little desert snippet. And then last but not least, also one of my original designs. This one I call Sketchy Saguaro. So it's just a saguaro cactus, but it's got kind of rainbow tones in there, and it's very sketchy in nature. So sticker restock. Let's move on. I also have a restock of like tons of like art prints and greeting cards. So I'll show you those next. Okay guys, so sorry, I took a second to pull them all out of the boxes because I didn't realize just how many greeting cards I ordered. I think I ordered every single style I have, so you're gonna get a full view of my whole catalog of greeting card designs today. But I pulled them all out of the box. There's like so many greeting cards here. I have my work cut out for me in terms of assembly. First up is Miss You Like the Desert Misses the Rain. Again, desert themes is the name of my game here. Next up, we've got Beautiful Birthday. This, fun fact, is one of my very first cards I ever created. I just did a slight redesign on it the other, a year or two ago, and it remains pretty popular card. All of my greeting cards are created from my original paintings. Most of them are original watercolor paintings, but some are, I'm doing more of the gel plate printing. I just love that, the unpredictability of that process. And then a couple of them are based on acrylic paintings, but 90% of them are my original watercolor paintings, because that's kind of the medium I started this business in, and I've kind of been starting to evolve it over the years because I just wanted to explore new mediums. So this one is Wild One Birthday. And then we have Sweet Birthday. For all of these cards, in case you're watching, you didn't know this about the card making process, I have to fold all of these cards, and then I take the envelopes, insert the envelope into the card, and then insert all of that into a sleeve. And then that's what I sell at the markets, or what you get shipped if you order online, or I also sell wholesale, so that's what my wholesale is. This one, With Love from Arizona. Many thanks. This one is a popular one. So it's just a good thank you card, much less one that's really pretty. This one's Birthday Cheer. We've got a little desert confetti happening on that one. Hola Little One, which I designed this as a baby card, a baby shower card. But I actually have people buy it for their little nieces and nephews or their grandkids or whatever, which I think is so cute. Next one, Hey Sunshine. This is also an OG card design that I've had for a long time. So one of the things about when I design greeting cards, I always love to try to design a greeting card that can be used for lots of different things. You'll notice I don't have a ton of greeting cards that are highly specific to one occasion. Lots of times, even this one, it doesn't say congratulations on your new baby. It's more of a message that leads into that situation, but isn't 100% exactly specific to that situation. So I find, this helps me from an inventory perspective, that I can keep more cards in stock longer, because they're not used for only one tiny specific thing. But also for the people who buy my cards, it's helpful because they can sometimes buy a handful of cards at a market, or order a handful of cards online, and then lots of the cards can be used for multiple situations, and so they can just kind of have 4 or 5 cards in their drawer, and that way if a birthday comes up, or they want to thank a friend, or just send someone a thinking of you note or something, the cards can kind of fit all those use cases. So that's kind of a weird nerdy thing about how I like to design greeting cards. Next, we got Someone in Arizona Loves You. This is the black version. I also have a white version. Fun fact, I'm gonna get petty right now for a second. I'm 99.9% sure I invited these prints. If you see it elsewhere, they're copied. I designed that in 2018. This wasn't my first card, but the white version was, which is somewhere in this file. And I designed it when my niece was on the way, and it actually started as a baby onesie for her. And then I was like, wait a minute, that could be a greeting card. It is, to this day, my best-selling greeting card. So even the white version, I thought people would like this dark version when I designed this later on. Nope, they love the white version. They like the OG of the OG. And we've got Congratulations, Future Looks Bright. This is a great example of a multi-use card. It could be congratulations for anything. It could be graduation, it could be wedding, it could be job promotion, it could be a move, it could be launching a business, so many different things. It doesn't say congrats grad or something like that on it. So that's a really good example of a multi-use card. I designed it thinking grad because I kept getting requests for that, but by not putting grad on it, it makes it so much more usable for so many more customers. You only get better with age. Cowboy Boot, Cowgirl Boot. More beautiful each year. This is one that I did do as acrylic, not watercolor. This is a wonderful example of a multi-use card. It just says celebrate. You could be celebrating anything with this card. Birthday, anniversary, wedding, promotion, so many different things. Best in the West. This one is another OG. It's been around for a long time, but one of my faves. And here we've got that white Someone in Arizona Loves You card that I was talking to you about. That one, my bestseller. I got Happy Birthday Desert Dweller. There we go. Most of my cards tend to be a little more feminine and aesthetic, but that one is one of my ones that I think can lean masculine. Thinking of You. Again, I was getting requests for sympathy, but I didn't want to maybe pigeonhole myself enough in just sympathy. So that's why I did Thinking of You. Like, it can totally be like with my sympathy, or it can just be, you know, maybe someone healing from an injury, or just going through a tough time, like a divorce or some other life situation. This one is a relatively new card, and people freaking love this card. First of all, this is one of my favorite paintings I've ever done. I call it Serenity. I used to offer it as an art print, but it actually doesn't sell very fast as an art print. But people love it as a card. This was my answer to a wedding card. I kept getting requests for wedding cards, but again, wanted to try to not pigeonhole. So best is yet to come. Really beautiful design, really lends towards wedding, but again, can also be used for graduation or engagement card or promotion or anything really. All right, one of my rare cards designed for a man. Happy birthday, big guy. Play on the really big saguaro cactus. All right, we are actually on the home stretch of greeting cards here, guys. Thanks for dealing with me. I hope rustling of plastic hasn't been too annoying. I'm kind of like, oh man. Also, I tried a new mic setup today. It's a different mic. I was listening back to some of the footage, like from like the intro, and I don't know if I like it as much, but we're just gonna roll with it for the rest of this video. If you guys hate it, tell me in the comments, but please be nice to me. But I think I might switch back to the other one that I was using, which, believe it or not, is like the cheapest, just like wired lav mic ever. But I think the sound's a little less echoey. Anyway, sidebar. We got With Love from Phoenix, Hugging You in My Heart. This is my pandemic card right here. I was telling people all through the pandemic, I'm hugging you in my heart, I'm hugging you in my heart, you know, because you didn't like that. That's my #2 bestseller. Please don't copy it. It's my original design, copyright me. That's something else just to know. I try so hard, specifically in cards and like stickers, something with like words or a phrase on it, to be super original. Like, I really try to create new ideas, new phrases, new pairings of concepts. It gets me out when people copy them, because we're supposed to be creative people, and it's not creative to just copy. I try really, really hard. I work really hard to try to come up with like inventive turns of phrase, or at the very least pairing like I'm pretty sure the best is yet to come is not, isn't never been used before, but it's not ubiquitously used, that's for sure, on a greeting card. And most definitely not in that situation, like that design setting. So I try really hard to do that. So just, it's like part of the major work actually that goes into designing cards. And then last but not least, we've got Sending Desert Vibes, which after I say that, this is probably a very unoriginal phrase, but in my defense, that one is also, I think, from 2018. And back then, people weren't using the word vibes near as much, so it was kind of original in the moment. It just doesn't feel original right now. Okay, so that is all the greeting cards. Now I've got a ton of art prints too. So let me pull those out and show those to you. All right, first one up is Electric Desert. This is a gel crate print. So like I do the background separate, and then I bring in, this is actually a hand cut stencil that I did, and then I come back in and add detail work to it. You're gonna see a few different ones of those, and you're gonna see a few different ones that use the same cactus stencil, but I just love that. This one is Moody Monsoon. Again, also a gel plate print. The background separately. I think I laid in this foreground as a separate print, and then line work. I did some like brush work down here, and then we've got that cactus stencil again with detail work. All right, next up, Claret Cup Cactus. This baby is a watercolor painting based on a watercolor painting. People love this one. I guess they love the red, or they love the Claret Cup. I'm not sure which one, but that is one I have a hard time keeping in stock. I also have a hard time keeping this guy in stock. This is Superstition Super Bloom. So a while ago, there was this thing out in the Southwest called a super bloom. It happens rarely. There's always like a blooming of lots of wildflowers in the spring. It's shocking how alive the desert is in the spring. But every now and again, we get something called a super bloom, which is basically wildflowers on crack. And that happens when we have a really rainy winter. The wildflowers get like extra like water. This is a representation of kind of what that looks like. This is another gel plate print. This one is Ocotillo at Night. This is one of my most recent prints that I just released this past year. I've got one other night desert scene and people love it. So I was like, can I challenge myself to do a second night desert scene? And I just love the purple and orange and just this simple Ocotillo silhouette. I'd originally thought I was gonna like add in more cactus in here, and I just did just the Ocotillo and was like, no, I think it is good just like that. Never know what's gonna happen when you're painting, especially when you're painting gel plate, because it's 100% unpredictable process. Like I can think I know what I'm doing, but it almost never turns out the way I think it's going to. Then we've got Prickly Pop. This one probably looks familiar because I also made it into a greeting card. Bloom More Beautiful, that's the greeting card. Another favorite, Sonoran Sail Away. People like to think this is inspired by the Santa Fe Balloon Festival. And if that's what you want to believe, that's 100% fine. It is what you make of it. But the actual inspiration source was all the balloons that you can sometimes see in like the North Phoenix area. And then we've got Harvest Moon, which in Arizona, we get a lot of super moons. I think maybe it's something to do with like being closer to the equator or something. Don't quote me on that. I don't know science. But we get these massive moons and they literally feel like they look like this. They feel like they're almost on the ground. And so that's what this little guy is inspired by. And then this was the original night scene that I was telling you about that sells so well. This is called Desert Nocturne. People just love this one. It's 2 years old. And then we've got our cowgirl shoes, cowgirl boot art print. Actually, the second one of those two called Flower Power Boots. And it's the same boots in a totally different colorway, and they've got like flowers running out. The thought process is that they can be almost pairing. And it's different colors, but complementary colors. So they tend to work within like a relatively similar palette of colors. This one is Yucca at Dusk. So beautiful yucca plant here, and I just love like the tones of this. Just felt very dusky. Got another gel plate print. This one is in the pink. I think you can see why it's called that. But did some fun work with like texturing, and this one was just playing around. These were some of my first gel plate prints, and I'm getting a little better. I've only been doing it for a little over a year. This one is Verde Vista, which is one of my favorites. It's just one of those things that you look at the details in here, there's all this just like reference to mountains, but it's all accidental. That's what I love about the gel print. You get these, you just pull this and you're like, okay, what is it? And then you make it into what it is. I actually thought I hated this art print until I overlaid the cactus and did some of the line work, and then it quickly became probably one of my favorite gel plate prints. All right, and we've got, this one's called Out of This World. This is a flying saucer echinopsis. That's why I call it Out of This World. It's kind of, if you don't know that story, it feels like a really weird name for it, but that's why I call it. Because the like kind of double meaning is, if you've ever seen one of these echinopsis in bloom, like they are insane. You just don't think a cactus should be able to do this. And this cool and not cool thing are these blooms. They tend to come out in the night, and then they are done by like noon, and they don't come back. They don't reopen. They open one time. It's just this like magical thing, and I love seeing them. It's like forever my quest to see an echinopsis in bloom. All right, then we've got Desert Queen, which this one is an oldie but goodie. You saw the sticker design. It started as an art print and then became a sticker. And then this one is Solitary Sentry, which this one should look familiar also because it was used on my big guy birthday card. That's another like tip I've learned over the years. Just if you're someone who develops products, And if you develop unique art, original art for your products, it's helpful to develop a piece of art that you can use in a couple different ways. Like you can use it as an art print and a greeting card and a sticker. It's like a bonus if you get all 3 art print, greeting card, sticker. But even if you can just use 2, it can take like a whole day to paint something like this. You gotta sell a lot of art prints to like make that time back, right? So if you can turn it into a greeting card also, that's just like a product design thing. All right, last but not least, I totally forgot, I also ordered paper bookmarks. So I've got all 4 designs of those to show you. We've got Moody Monsoon, bookmark. These are like 2.5 by 5.5, solid color in the background. We've got Verde Vista, light mint on the back. We've got Electric Desert, also mint on the back. And then the pink, which of course has to be pink on the back. I like to try to find like little fun ways to dash in color like that too. If you ever buy any of my earrings too, like the cards have different colors on the back. It's just like, I just have fun adding color different places. So that's just like a little bit about my product business and just like a fun little sneak peek of everything I've restocked this week. Well, I'm working on restocking this week. By the time this video comes out, they should be all on the website. So if you see anything you like, you can hop over to my website and it should be available at speedingsupply.co, not .com, .co. If there's anything as well, I would love to ship you something. So anyway, if you haven't already, if you like the content, go ahead and subscribe. I am new to YouTube, but I am trying to make a video every week and share with you different insights for small business, for design, and handmade product business. So you'll get kind of a mix of those types of content. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Bye.